So this is the lecture number 6 of stylistics. So please enjoy it. In the first slide, as you can see, lexical means and stylistic devices. It has to do with how the lexical or lexicons that are used in a certain text are more expressive, and this is one of the stylistic device. How to make sure that the vocabulary or the whole vocabulary are presented in the text in a way that it makes it highly expressive. So there are three big subdivision in this class of devices. Lexical expressive device. There is a big three big subdivision in this class of device, and they are all deal with the semantic nature, the meaning of a word or a phrase. They only look through the meaning. However, the criteria of selection of means for each subdivision are different and manifest different semantic process. They have like different semantic process. In the first subdivision, the principles of subdivision is the interaction of different types of word meanings. So the first thing is how to look at the different types of word meaning in the first subdivision of these three big subdivisions in the class of the lexical devices or lexical expressive devices. Interaction of different types of words or meaning like contextual, derivative, nominal, and motive, how all these are interacted together. The stylistic effect is achieved through the binary composition of dictionary and contextual or logical and emotive or primary and derivative meanings of certain word. The first group includes stylistic means based on the interplay of the dictionary. They base mainly on the interplay of the dictionary and contextual meanings like metaphor, metonymy, and irony. The second group includes means based on the interplay of primary and derivative meanings like pana and zeugma. The third group includes means based on the position of logical and emotive meanings, conjunctions, exclamatory words, epithets, oxymoron. The fourth group includes means based on the interaction of logical and non-logical and nominal meaning, onomatopoeias. So the anatomesia. In the second subdivision, the principles of the distinguishing stylistic devices in different form. The first subdivision, and it is based on the interaction between two lexical meaning, two lexical meaning simultaneously materialize in the context. This kind of interaction helps to do what? To call special attention on a certain feature of the object described, like simile, periphrases, euphemism, and hyperbole. The third subdivision comprises stable and combination in their interaction. Use context, cliché, proverbs and sayings, epigrams, quotations, uh, allusions, decomposition, and set of phrases. Or these are how the words or the vocabulary or the lexical item, lexical devices, lexical expressive words are divided into certain groups, and they all help in encouraging or enhancing the style of a certain text. They are one, two, three, four groups. You need to look at this subdivision of groups of lexical expressive device and how they help in enhancing and making the style of a certain text more expressive and more clear. In the second subdivision, the principles of distinguishing, this is repeated. This is repeated. The interaction or interplay between the primary dictionary meaning and which is imposed on the word by a micro context may be maintained along different lines. Different. One line is when the author identifies two objects, and the subjectivity sees a function, a property, a feature, or a quality that may make the reader perceive these two meanings or two objects in as identical. The stylistic device based on the principles of identification of two objects is called a metaphor. This is a metaphor. This device has been known from the times of ancient Greek and Roman rhetoric. It denotes transference of meaning from one word to another on the basis of likeness between two objects. So these are some of the aesthetic or lexical devices that we need to identify when we read a certain text, and this will reflect the style of a certain text or write. Inshallah, in the coming lecture, we'll continue talking a lot about this lexical expressive device.